I am continuing in my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am continuing reading in a chronological order, according to event, not according to publication or volume. So I'm skipping around a bit as I move along. So we are reading in the Gospels. We have reached the point of the Sermon on the Mount. Remember, Christ was down in Jerusalem for a second feast, I think the Feast of Tabernacles, but he is back in Galilee. He has ordained his 12 apostles, and now he is preaching that famous sermon, the Sermon on the Mount. It is possible that he preached the same sermon more than once. He's been preaching for months. And this could be, the record that we have as the Sermon on the Mount could be pieces of many sermons that have kind of been stitched together by the authors. It's possible. But it doesn't matter. We are in the middle of the Sermon on the Mount in these videos right now, and we just read the first 16 verses of chapter 5 in Matthew, which is where the Sermon on the Mount starts. We are now going to read in the Joseph Smith translation these 16 verses and see what new information we might get from it. And before I read it, I do want to apologize for my upstairs neighbors. They're really being loud today. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, and I will try to cut it out as much as possible, but they've been banging around good. I think they're on a pogo stick. Now I will point out here before I read that every single verse in the Joseph Smith translation has a correction. So I'm just going to reread all 16 verses, but just in the Joseph Smith translation. And Jesus, seeing the multitudes, went up into a mountain, and when he was set down, his disciples came unto him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are they who shall believe on me, and again more blessed are they who shall believe on your words, when ye shall testify that ye have seen me, and that I am. Yea, blessed are they who shall believe on your words, and come down into the depth of humility, and be baptized in my name. For they shall be visited with fire and the Holy Ghost, and shall receive a remission of their sins. Yea, blessed are the poor in spirit, which cometh unto me, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And again, blessed are all they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. And blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And blessed are all they that do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled with the Holy Ghost. And blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And blessed are all the pure in heart, for they shall see God. And blessed are all the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And blessed are all they that are persecuted for my name's sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. For ye shall have great joy, and be exceedingly glad. For great shall be your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets who were before you. Verily, verily, I say unto you, I give unto you to be the salt of the earth. But if the salt shall lose its savour, wherewith shall the earth be salted? The salt shall be thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and trodden under the foot of men. Verily, verily, I say unto you, I give unto you to be the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Behold, do men light a candle and put it under a bushel? Nay, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light to all that are in the house. Therefore, let your lights so shine before this world, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Note several changes here. Now there are some just minor grammatical updates like changing which to who and all that, but when he talks about the salt and the light of the world, the salt of the earth and the light of the world, it is, I give unto you to be the salt of the earth. This seems to me that it is not Christ just saying, oh yeah, go out, be a good example, but he's saying, I'm giving you authority. I am giving you the power to go out there and do this work. I think this is Christ talking about the priesthood. The priesthood is the salt of the earth, through which all the blessings of heaven are made available. There are a couple other things, I like the wording changes in the Beatitudes. All they that do hunger, not just those that hunger, but all, and then be filled with the Holy Ghost. That's a great addition. It's not just going to be filled in a kind of cosmic, amorphous way, but with the Holy Ghost. And you also have, blessed are all they that mourn. Those are nice. You also have the first one, the poor in spirit, which cometh unto me. That's an important addition there. Blessed are the poor in spirit, which cometh unto me. If you're poor in spirit, but you don't seek God, you're not going to get the kingdom of heaven. It is those who are poor in spirit who then turn to God. Very, very profound addition there, correction. But the biggest one was in verse 2, where we actually kind of add 2 more Beatitudes. In the King James, we have the 8 standard Beatitudes, but now we have 2 more. Blessed are they who believe on me, but more blessed are they who believe the testimony of the apostles, of the disciples who traveled with Christ, who knew him in person. When we trust their testimony, when we believe that they were telling the truth, we have a greater blessing. That whole portion there is completely missing from the King James. It is only in the Joseph Smith translation, and it is a wonderful restoration of the message of Christ. But remember, it's not just blessed are they who believe, but it says, yea, blessed are they who shall believe on your words and come down into the depths of humility to be baptized in my name. Faith is not enough if we are not willing to act on that faith. So there is this alternate translation here, but just looking through it, I can't find any significant difference, so I'm not going to bother reading that. We're just going to end that here, and we will turn back to the King James, Matthew chapter 5, in the next video, and read the next portion of this great sermon. So I will see you there.